What is good, everybody? It is your boy NCS07 here and Nerfmaster 111 Lamborghini, and we're here for another episode of the NCS and Lambocast Podcast. So I am your host NCS07, and then I've got the other hosts with me, Nerfmaster 111 Lamborghini.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast.
Yep, and like I said before in my previous episode, I wanted to do this episode a lot sooner since it'd been such a long as hell wait. Trying to make sure that I don't swear too excessively in this. I gotta remember to tone back a little bit.
Meanwhile, I, on the other hand, I'm just like, no.
You get the field day, just as long as it's nothing too offensive.
Yeah, just
as long as it's nothing too excessive. But anyways, with the first minute already gone to waste, let's actually start the podcast and talk about this podcast's topic, that being communities. Well, specifically, our least favorite communities. Now, the communities we're basically talking about in this video are basically stuff like fan bases and whatever, so stuff like the Sonic community and whatnot. I'll talk about that community more later, but stuff like that, basically. And then maybe at the very end we'll talk about some communities and fan bases that we like. Actually, I don't know if I can do that. I can't think of a single one. Maybe you can, but I can't. But we're gonna be basically trashing on a bunch of communities today, so it's gonna be fun. Also, this isn't gonna be very political or religious at all, so don't worry if most of the stuff that I'm gonna at least talk about, I don't know about Nerfmaster, but most of the stuff I'm gonna talk about is stuff that many people can agree on. So yeah, but anyways.
Yeah, I got something too as well. Now, whether the thing I have to talk about is actually going to classify as a community or not is kind of debatable, but I'll still talk about it anyway.
Alright, well, then I guess I'll let you just go first.
Alright, so this is part of the street racing and car meet community. There's something known as, stancing. The stancing community. So, you ever see a car like, what car? Let's think a Honda Civic here, okay? Honda Civic. Because that's like the meme car whenever it comes to people that race their cars. So you see, like whenever people think of stance like a slammed car or something like that, like their wheels will be like, they'll be like curved inward, like, you know what I mean, right? You ever seen that before?
Yeah.
So those people are like, if you're not low, then get out of here. And people hate them because it doesn't actually do anything good for your car. So, for those who don't know, RICE is basically an acronym for Race-Inspired Cosmetic Enhancements, and stancing is one of the most common ones of them all. And
not to be confused with the Chinese Japanese food.
Yeah, not to be confused with that. But like, it originates from the old days of like race cars, whenever they had their wheels altered a bit so that they could corner better. But let me tell you something, your car with their wheels like 50 feet out from the car is not going to improve the cornering speed at all. Because let's be honest here, what highway corner or corner in general are you taking at like, what, 35 mile an hour? If not even less than that, that you're going to need that much camber. It's probably not going to happen anytime soon. But these people are usually really toxic about their stancing, and that's one of the main things I hate about these people, that they're always so toxic about it. Like, they go out there and they flex that, oh, my car's so low to the fucking ground, it's scraping the whole way around. Yeah, but the reality of it is that you just look like a drunken maniac driving that car with that scraping on the ground. It doesn't look very good on you.
It also makes it look more likely that you'll crash your car.
Yeah. Also, just please. The Civic is a great car, but these people just have to fucking ruin it. It's honestly just ridiculous to me. But yeah, that's all I really got to say on the whole stancing thing. They're really toxic about it, and also it doesn't actually do anything for your car.
Yeah.
But just also the racing community in general, because like I said before, they put on all these modifications, sometimes even spending like multiple thousands of dollars on it, just for their car to not have any like actual performance modifications. Like, I understand the idea of a show car is just like, you know, for looks and everything, but I just never understood really the point of show cars, because like, you know, why show me something that looks like it's ready to hit the track if it can't actually hit the damn track? Honestly, come on, people. If you're gonna make a modification like this, like a big wing on the back of your car, or an exhaust modification, or an ECU modification, then make it actually work.
You're through to your
Make
garage.
it actually work. Make
Need me
it
to
worth
bring
the
you a
money
ride?
you pay for it.
It's
Don't
coming
just
at
slap
you.
it on there like a fake vent or something like that and call it a performance mod. That's not what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, now, NCS, what is your topic?
Oh boy, so okay, so I have a couple of communities, but I think I want to talk about this one because I want to kind of get this one out of the way a little bit, just because I have already talked about it before, that being the Splatoon community. Now, I've already made 2 videos, I believe it is, on this community, so I won't like harp on it for too long, but just to kind of talk about like a couple things. Like, Splatoon community is just so bad because like a lot of that community just feels like a bunch of cringe, and like you've probably seen like communities before where they'll post a bunch of memes and whatnot, and they're not really that funny, at least to you.
I don't even really watch Splatoon content, so I don't know.
But you've seen communities before that have been like, that are pretty cringy when it comes to like their memes and whatnot.
Oh my god, don't even get me started. Fucking Among Us, god damn.
Okay, that's a good example actually. But yeah, I just never liked how the community is just so. I don't like cringiness, because it just, a lot of the memes in the Splatoon community are just so overdone. Like, there are some good ones like Woomy, but it's like, then you got these like really awful like cropping jobs where you'll post like crop an Inkling girl's face onto like somebody else for like a meme. It's just really cringy.
Yeah, like a Inkling's face onto like a sumo wrestler just doesn't look right.
Yeah, it doesn't look right at all. It honestly goes towards the uncanny valley because it's a squid or it's a kid. Also, and I didn't mention this in my like community video, and like some people might be questioning like, why didn't you mention the more creepy side of the Splatoon community? You know, all the pedos and whatnot in the community. Well, the reason why I didn't really mention it was because I felt it was kind of unnecessary. I felt that most people kind of already knew about them and how bad they are, but seriously, the Splatoon community really, like, especially like the Gmod and SFM and like Deviantart community, which I'll talk more about Deviantart in a little bit. I got a bone to pick with them. Splatoon has a lot of those kind of people that you really need to stay away from. And like, I mean, this does go for any community, but Splatoon is a community that is generally full of kids and adults, and you'll eventually get stuff like the Loot House, where it's basically just, it's awful.
Yeah,
like, it's probably, like, if you don't know what the Loot House is, I'd recommend watching a video by Sunflower, his Splatoon Iceberg Part 2. He goes into very good detail on what, like, especially, like, the more creepy side of the Splatoon community is, especially in that last layer. Did you watch it? Any chance,
No.
Spencer? But yeah, I definitely recommend checking that out if you want to learn, like, more about people like Heavy the Squid, Omega, the Squid Man, Ellie, Gadelia, and, like, the Loot House. Watch that video. Like, he goes into very good detail on that stuff. But it's just like, it's just not good. Like, seeing these people that are just, that seem like good people, but then you realize how, like, awful these people really are. how manipulative, all the sexual misconduct, and like keep in mind that these people are pedos because or pedos, whatever, since like they're adults and they're basically having like these relationships with minors. That it's not good. And I think, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was also like the case with like the My Hero Academia fan base. Like there was also a bunch of people like that in there as well. I may be wrong.
I actually don't know very much about that anime or that fan base.
Then I might be wrong on it then.
I actually gotta tell Marco about that because me and Marco watch anime all the time, so maybe I should tell him about that.
Yeah, but getting back on track, like it's just not good to see. Like it's very disgusting to see. It's probably at least out of the communities that I have to talk about, probably the worst one, just in terms of how vile it really is. Like, there's communities that I do find worse than the Splatoon community, but I don't think any of them are really, like, that bad. Like, where we have a lot of, like, predators in the community. I don't know. And also, like, just something to kind of talk about, because regarding Skull Shurgle TCG, who was somebody that I talked about in that video, and that I told you about, remember, Nerfmaster?
I think I remember that, yeah.
Remember, like, the person I was telling you about who was unsure of what to do with his content?
Yeah, I think I remember that.
I actually did a checkup on him a while ago, and he made a video where... and he made a video basically responding to a couple things, and like one of those things was regarding like he had kind of a bit of a little attitude thing on like Twitter or whatnot, because he was pissed that people in his friend group were playing without him for a video and whatnot. But what I want to focus on is, now I don't know this for certain, because what's weird about it is that if you've seen the video, it's really hard to know, because okay, so he mentions like a Twitter, and that like there's a twit or twit-longer or whatever that explains like that basically exposes Skull for some of the stuff he did, but unfortunately the account doesn't exist, the link doesn't work, and Skull does not really go in depth on this because he tries to keep it safe for YouTube, which I don't really agree with. Like seriously, he age restricted and demonetized it. Just say it. Just say that you sent NSFW pictures to minors, okay? Just admit it. But yeah, that's basically what he did from what I got out of it. He didn't really say it. He didn't really say it very clearly, but basically what I got out of it was that he essentially sent NSFW pictures to minors. You know, I thought the community had enough of those people. I didn't know we need another one. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the Skull Shurgle TCG era. If only the dude made his if only the dude actually did YouTube for fun.
Yeah, kind of like I do.
Yeah, and how I do. And that's the thing, is like, I don't want to get too off topic, but like, I don't mind if people do like YouTube for like the money. That's fine. I mean, I do YouTube, like I partially do YouTube for money because I get paid and whatnot. But it's like, for the love of God, like, enjoy doing your job too. Because it's like, if you're just doing it for the money, then it's gonna really show. It really shows. Like, he doesn't really have a lot of creativity, and like he just seems to have a lot of anger issues. And it's like. I think if you did YouTube for fun, I think that a lot of the stuff, I honestly think that all of the stuff that he's done and like all the crap he's gotten himself into could probably be like completely avoidable if he did YouTube for fun, but he doesn't. He does it because it gives him money. But he doesn't really, I don't feel like he does what he likes to do, but you know what? That is his decision, not mine.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say on them, on the Splatoon community. I think it actually was 2 years ago that I actually made the first video, so I guess good timing. You guys aren't going to be seeing this until like maybe, I don't know, like late August, early September maybe, so yeah. But anyways,
Yeah.
Moving on to the next community that you want to talk about, Nerf Master.
So this is a little bit of an odd one, but Tesla, the Tesla community, or more importantly, the Tesla stands that are all over the place. So, if you, for those who don't already know somehow, Tesla is just dominating the car market right now in terms of EVs. No car company can come close to them. But it's not even just the like high-grade tech that's being made by Tesla. It's also just the amount of people that are just like stands for Elon Musk. So, like, have anyone ever actually seen like you've seen a Tesla, right? Have you ever seen Teslas just driving around?
I've seen interiors of them, yeah.
I'm talking about like whenever you're just like in real life, not in pictures.
Like a couple times, yeah.
Yeah, they're all over the place where I'm at. What are you doing?
Yeah, but
What are you
anyways,
doing?
as you were saying, I was starting a war. This is my war.
Do you know what you're fighting for?
Just a wanted level.
I mean, at least you know what you're fighting for. But yeah, so
Tesla.
have you ever seen like a Tesla though with a license plate that says something like no fucking gas or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are the kind of people I really don't like because, like, honestly, I get it, okay? You like the environment, you like all this stuff, you like electric cars, you like Teslas, they're cool. I get it. But you don't gotta go out there and put that on your car. You don't gotta flex it on us. You don't gotta flex the fact that you're saving the environment. That's like putting no fucking gas on a Toyota Prius and saying, hey, look at me. How good do you look now? How good do you look now? Now look, I get that the Prius is a hybrid, but honestly, if someone put no fucking gas on a Prius, that'd make them even look even more stupid in the first place. And also, electric cars, like people seem to have a common misconception about this. They are not fully zero emission because of the assembly process, the batteries, everything like that produces CO2. A lot of it, in fact. You driving a Tesla is not fully saving the environment. Sure, it saves it during the car's lifetime, but there's still an assembly process, there's replacement of batteries. These batteries are not cheap either. Like, there's so much other stuff that is going to go on with your car that will produce CO2. So, whenever you say no fucking gas, that's not entirely true because you're still producing emissions by machines that are powered by gas.
Yeah.
But yeah, people just don't seem to realize that, you know, it's not the coolest thing in the world to drive a freaking Tesla. Lamborghinis exist, you know? Ferraris exist. Bugattis exist. Hell, even the Kia K5 exists. That's one of my favorite economy cars.
Yeah.
Like, that's a $30,000 car that can beat a BMW. That's awesome. But, yeah. Do you have any stance on this, NCS?
I don't really have much to say.
Well, do you have anything at all to say?
Not really much to say. I'm not really in the nose on that community, so I don't really have much of a say in it.
Yeah. In that case, let's get on to the next topic then.
Alright, well, while I go on this abortion mission, I'm going to talk about the Persona and SMT community. So this is, okay, so I don't know if this has ever happened to you, Nerfmaster, or anybody watching this. I don't know, maybe there's been a point in time where you've been a part of a community, like it's maybe a game series or like a show or something, anything that you really enjoy, but because the community talks about it so much, you get burnout from it.
Yeah, I've had that happen plenty of times.
Like with what?
Oh, I don't know. Freaking Call of Duty Zombies for one. Like, that's one of the most notable ones. People just constantly talk about it over and over and over and over. Also, in a way, Call of Duty as well in general.
Yeah, that's, I mean, that's
things like that.
That's another fan base we can crap on, but
yeah,
we'll do that later. We'll do that later. But it's like, this is one of the biggest issues with like Persona and SMT is like especially with Persona 5. Like, Persona 5 Royal is my favorite game of all time. That is definitely true. But people talk about the game so much. It's like, God, they always have to talk about how it's like the best thing in the world. And it's like, you know, there's other literature out there. There's like other media out there that exists, right?
There's Doki Doki for one.
Yeah, there's like Fire Emblem 3 houses, like Luigi's Mansion 3, like Spider-Man. Like, there's a lot of really good games out there and like a lot of really good stories and whatnot. But it's like, these people
like
talk
ReZero.
about... Yeah, but people talk about like there's like these two people that I've talked about, like
There's your phone or my phone?
That was my phone, my bad, sorry.
Oh,
That's
I have the same. I have an iPhone as well, so
that
I
probably
have mine for a second.
That probably got through the call, so you'll probably hear that. But
yeah, it did.
There are these two people that I used to follow on Twitter. They would seriously like. They seriously talk about Persona 5 to the point where I was just like, you're being obnoxious about it. And this is one of my, like, this is what I really hate, is when a fan base is super obnoxious about it. If you're gonna enjoy something, be a human being and then like it. Don't let your entire existence just be about how you love this one piece of media. Like, it's fun to like things, but it's like, people, like, especially with Persona, they would just talk about it to the point where it's super obnoxious. And it's like, it's not funny after a while. It's just really irritating.
Yeah.
And like, not only that, but like, and then you have the polar opposite where it's like it's never people, like, there's people that are like, Persona 5, like, it's an okay game. I respect that it's a good game. I didn't personally enjoy it. That's fine. But then there's these people that are like, Persona 5 is this awful game. Like, it's such a terrible game. And like, I will definitely say that because people talk about it so much, it has definitely given the fan base a lot more popularity. And not necessarily in a good kind of way, because I feel like a lot more people now, like, I've seen it a couple times on Twitter, like, and this is mostly evident on Twitter, because that's usually where this stuff happens. Like, with Splatoon, it was pretty much Deviantart that this stuff happened in, but the Twitter is where, like, the Persona, like, it's bad there. Like, I've seen people who haven't played any of the games, and just don't have interest because of how crappy the fan bases are, and it's like, because of these fan bases, you're ruining them of, like, these really good experiences. Because even despite the fan base is really good, like, these games are really phenomenal. Like, they're great games, but it's like, people talk about them so much that it ruins their identity. And like, it kind of hurts the brand a little bit, because I feel like people talk about them so much that I just get sick of it, and then I kind of just need a lot less of it. And like, but it's just, I just don't like it. I don't like how obnoxious people have to be on there. And I also don't like how, and like, this is more evident in like the SMT community, but just how much people like stress over difficulty. Like, it's one thing if you want the game to be really easy or really hard, but it's like, God, it's like never enough for them. Like, you got these SMT tryhards that are like, this game's not hard enough. The enemies need like 5 attack turns. It's like, who cares if the game's, like, that hard? Like, as long as the game is fun, who really gives a crap?
Yeah, honestly.
And if the game isn't hard enough for you, then do a challenge run or something like that. Like, have it be where you can't use items or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I got a little heated in there. It's just, it's a community that I've thought about talking about before, but I just haven't. It's just such an it's such an obnoxious fan base. Like, don't be obnoxious about something. Like, if you're trying to get somebody into, like, whether it be like a game, show, anime, whatever, don't be obnoxious about it. Like, just be a normal person, please.
Our concierge can
Unless
Yeah,
it's
honestly.
13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, to which case you can be obnoxious about it. That game did not sell well. Please buy 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. It's an amazing game. Buy it. Please, 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 please. Anyways, though. That's pretty much all I really have to say. I don't really know if you have anything really to add. Anything really regarding what I've said.
Nah, I don't got anything to add to that, honestly.
Alright,
Just
then.
communities, though, that do talk about these things way too much. In fact, that's actually part of also what kind of got me out of the Tesla community. Because, you know, people were, like, I was really looking forward to the Cybertruck, but then people were like, Cybertruck, like, god damn, just let me focus on the freaking Model X for 1 second, please. Like,
Yeah,
can I
like-
focus on the Roadster, the Model X, the Model S, the Model 3? Like, can I please focus on some of these other models before you start launching me into the Cybertruck and everything? Just, like, look, I understand the window shattered and everything during the event. That was funny as fuck, by the way. But, like, just because that happened doesn't mean it has to be the one thing people talk about. Like, honestly, come on.
Yeah, like enough delicious pancakes and all this stupid Persona memes. Also, one other thing I really don't like is how there's a bunch of people in the community that post, like, they'll, like, post constant Persona memes, but yet they've never actually played the game.
Yeah.
That's annoying too, but yeah, like, stop posting all this stuff. I'm trying to focus on An's two beautiful, eyes. That's totally what I was gonna say. Anyways, that's pretty much all I gotta really say about, like, Persona and SMT. I am actually, like, not right now, like this second, but I am actually working my way through the Nocturne remaster. That's been a mouthful, and I'm excited for 5 this year. And I'm excited to see, like, what Persona stuff comes later this year with, like, the 25th anniversary, but it's like, god damn, like, people in that community need to calm the hell down. Like me right now.
Honestly.
But that's pretty much all I really have to say on that. So, what's the next community you're gonna talk about?
So, Steven Universe.
Easy one.
Once again, we have Steven Universe. Steven Universe community, welcome back to another worst list. So, Steven Universe's community. The show is great, okay? In fact, it was my favorite show when I was growing up. But honestly, like, listen here, okay? When your fan base is so toxic to the point where one of the designers, I guess, was, like, driven to almost to the point of suicide because he drew Steven just a little differently. What does that say about the show? Like, this is what I see, like, so often. But it's like, you know, you're trying to support the show by, like, apparently I don't actually know the mindsets of these people, but my best guess is that they're trying to, like, support the show by getting things drawn correctly. But they never do it right. They just do it in a way that makes them and the show itself look like a bad place. When in reality, the show is awesome, and the fan base is just absolute shit.
Yeah. That's like an issue where it's like people get way too anal over, like, very small things, like, oh, they drew Steven a little differently. Then you gotta try and get that artist to attempt suicide. It's like, really? Is that what's good nowadays?
I really hope not, honestly.
Because it sure seems like it. I don't know. People in that community, like, I haven't really heard much about, like, I've never watched the show, but I've heard the community's not good.
Yeah, like, I know a lot about the show because I watched a lot of the episodes, but just the community, man, like, I will not deny that good members of the community exist, but the majority of it is just the bad part, and that's the part that shines through. And that's the problem with the community. The fact that the bad is the thing that shines through because there's more of it.
Yeah, that's one of the main things is that it's like not every, and that's a thing I probably should preface right here, is that not everyone in these communities are irritations to my soul or Nerf Master soul. Most of the people in these communities are good people. They just show their art and whatnot. They're normal people. But like you got those special people that are like a little too high strung over certain things. But anyways, as you were saying,
I have nothing else to say. Like the bad part of the community shines through over the good, and that makes the show itself look bad. And there's plenty of different communities I could say that about.
yeah, it's kind of the same thing with like Persona. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a short one though. So yeah.
Yeah. And the next one I'm about to talk about is also kind of short because this is actually an example of a community actually getting better over time. So, you guys might remember, like, this is going to be a short one because, like, the thing is, not all communities are like this all the time. A very good example is the Undertale community. For a while, the Undertale fan base was really not good. Like, it was very toxic and, like, it was very memey and toxic. It just was really not good. But, like, nowadays, I don't really see that much anymore. Like, most people, I think, now are a lot more of human beings. Like, I think that's what's happening, is that people are acting like actual people and not being these, like, crazy people, like, crazy over Undertale and whatnot. Like, they're normal people now.
Yeah.
That is all, and this is partially due to the fact that Undertale has fallen out of, like, virality quite a bit recently. At least from what I've seen. But anyways. I don't really have much to say on that one. I don't know if you want to go, or do you want me to talk about another one?
Just talk about another one.
Okay.
Thinking over here.
Okay, so this is another one I have talked about. The paper... Oh, no!
What happened?
My car got destroyed in the river. Oh, God. But yeah, the Paper Mario community. This is a community that is really, really irritating. Not a very good one at all. Like, it's just... The problem with... Now, honestly, I wouldn't say the community really got bad until, Origami King was revealed, because I'd say once Origami King was revealed, a lot of, like, this is when, like, people started to constantly argue over which games were good, and it's just like, why not admit that you like some games and you, like, don't like other games, just leave it at the end of the day. But it's like, these people who are just like, oh, 64 and 1000 Year Door are the best games, and then everything after that was just complete and utter booty. But then you have other people that are just like, oh, but, like, Sticker Star and Color Splash are actually really good, and that the first few games are not that good. It's like, nobody can really talk about the game. Like, we can't really talk about these games anymore without getting into some kind of argument over what games are good and whatnot.
Yeah, really.
And that's one of, like, that's one of my least favorite things about the community. That's really hard to enjoy it. It's hard to enjoy it when you're constantly, like, just put in these situations where it's just like, you just have to get in an argument with somebody just because they just constantly have a different opinion. It's like, I think the Paper Mario community really needs to keep in mind the idea that people are human and that everyone is different.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I don't know. I don't like the community, and, like, there's just a bunch of... there are people out there that are good people. They are just normal people, but there's, again, like, there's those people that shine through, and they just make the community not look very good. So it's just irritating. I don't know. And, like, I don't know. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it.
Hello, this is Morse Mutual Insurance.
So yeah,
I think we
that's
can handle
basically
that.
the Paper Mario community. I just... Blah. Just, like, enjoy what you like, man, but please, for the love of God, just... Do you need to, like... Just talk, like, you just see somebody who's talking about, like, 1000 Year Door and how it's like, that game is really, really good. And then they have to add, too bad the other games are complete garbage. It's just like, why do you need to say that? That's just, How do you think that feels for people who like those games too?
Mm-hmm.
For these people to just go on there like that. And then, again, this is another one that's really like exclusive to Twitter. It's just an awful community. It was worse before, but it's kind of died down now, but it's still not good. Because I still see it occasionally. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Alright, now, this one's going to be a bit of a long one, so get ready, Tyler. So, this is a community I'm rather split on, because on one hand it's really good, and I'll explain that in a second, but on the other hand it's really bad, and this would be the Doki Doki community. So...
The Doki Doki Literature Club community?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were... I thought you were going to talk about something else, but... Okay. Let's hear it.
So, the bad part about the Doki Doki community is that, you know, there's a lot of people in it that are just really fucking toxic, and also there's a lot of pedophiles in it, too. But, like, we've dealt with certain people in the DDLC community.
You're through to your garage,
that just caused so much bullshit.
What pedos? What do you mean?
So, apparently there was a bunch of pedos that were, like, at least related to the DDLC community. It's hard to kind of explain the whole thing, because there's... I don't remember the pedos' names or anything like that, because this is so damn long ago.
I'd assume it isn't... I would assume it's not like the Splatoon community, then.
No, it's not nearly as bad. Like, it's a lot... It's better than the Splatoon community, but still bad because it exists at all.
Yeah.
But then you got people like, you know... Just... I'm not gonna say any names here, but... let's just say it starts with the number 2, and people like him, and you know his group, and yeah, you know what I'm talking about now. But like, you know, there's the people like him, people just that are really fucking toxic and everything.
Yeah.
And then, now on the other hand, though, it's a really good one because if not for it existing, and if not for me getting into it, then not only would I not be here talking to all of you guys right now, but I would have not gotten nearly to where I am today on YouTube, with shout-outs from people like Monica D and Siesta7 and so on like that. Like,
yeah, and because of DDLC, it got me a job.
Yeah, and also not to mention the fact that I featured Monica D and Siesta7, Chibi Monica D in plenty of my videos. Just... My channel and everything that I've done on YouTube so far would not be anywhere near the same if I had never gone into DDLC.
Yeah. I mean, you basically got an entire segment where you just talk to me. We just crap on things, basically. It's fun. That's basically what's happened, so... Yeah, but you know we gotta dwell on the bad more. So let's dwell more on the bad.
There isn't really not much else I can really say about the
people the people that always want loot stuff and like nothing else.
Yeah.
There's those people that I just this is part of the reason why I don't really make my mods super lewd. Like I kind of make them to be more satire based. Like the newest one I made, well, actually probably not at this time the video uploads, but Would You Rather. Like, it's a very satirical video. I don't know if you watched it. You should.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it after this.
It's really funny. But it's like, I'm not making the mod to be, like, lewd or anything like that, to appeal to those people. And, like, I get it's a visual novel and whatnot, but even then, like, there's more to it than just the lewdness. Like, there's an actual story. Like, it's a novel, there's a story to it, there's actually characters there, but yeah. And I
don't know why that's such a hard concept to grasp.
And I could rant, and this isn't really related to the community, but just DDLC Plus's existence just kind of irritates me a little bit, especially that physical version. Why has it been delayed to September? I
don't know.
If it seriously gets delayed one more time, I'm canceling my pre-order. It's bull crap that we need to wait that long. I'm very disappointed. It was supposed to be like a couple days ago, actually, that it was supposed to arrive, but nope, got delayed. I'm so disappointed. But I don't want to get too controversial here, so I'll just end it there. If you want to know my full opinions on DDLC Plus, you can watch my review of it.
Yeah.
But anyways,
watch his review of
anything else? I don't really have anything else to say on the community. What about you, though?
Honestly, me neither. Nothing really much else to say on DDLC's community.
Yeah, it's not a perfect community, but I'd say it's a very normal community. No, not this one too. Oh, the scramjet's destroyed. I should probably make my way back to the city anyways. But yeah, interesting one. So,
Morse Mutual. We're here to help.
now I'm gonna. All right, so
I'll look
I
into
assume
it.
so is that all you have to say on that?
Yeah.
Alright, so I already kind of talked about this one. I actually made a video about this not too long ago, but I just need to talk about it again. Deviantart, like, the Deviantart community is so... It's weird. Like, I'll send you some stuff... Actually, I'll send you some... Well, actually, I'll send you stuff afterwards.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some
Actually,
wheels?
Alright.
I don't know. Now I'm debating whether or not I should send some stuff to you. I don't know.
bring it to
I'll
you.
send it to you later.
Aight, I'll get
but
back to work.
DeviantArt is this community. Like, I already mentioned this with like Splatoon. Like, this is where I believe that a lot of like the bad stuff with like the Splatoon community happened. Like, in DeviantArt, because that's like where they met and stuff like that. Like all these pedos and whatnot. But also DeviantArt is just. You can find some really weird stuff on there. Like, I talked about it in the video, but you can like look up like. To use the example again, like, let's say I want to look up artwork of, like, fan art of Hilda from Fire Emblem Three Houses, because why not? And you look it up, and then you start looking through, and then you start noticing that, like, it may happen eventually, you'll start seeing some weird artwork of her being tied up and gagged. And there's there are people that literally devote their entire DeviantArt account to making that kind of artwork of anime girls being tied up and stuff.
Okay, that's kind of fucked up, honestly.
It's not even just that. It's really weird. I don't understand. And like, given how
It's really
prevalent, and like going through the comment section and they say how cool it is. It's like, is this like a
Cool.
fetish or something like that?
It has to be. I don't know what else it would be.
It seems sometimes it feels way too like I once saw a comment it was a comment regarding like it was something, but there was a comment who was asking somebody for a piece of artwork, and it was about potentially having it be like it was about this anime chick, and they like the idea was to have her barefoot and like tied to a bed or something like that with her face smothered with a pillow.
Okay, stop. What the hell is this shit?
I know, it's really weird. I don't understand.
I don't either. If it is a fetish, then what is sexy about it? Please tell me. What the hell is sexy about that kind of thing? What is it? I don't understand.
It's very odd. I don't understand it. It's really
It's just
weird.
straight up weird and bizarre.
It's weird that it's like, and like you can find it kind of easily. Like you can just search up like an anime chick or something like that, like from like Persona or Fire Emblem, and you'll eventually find that kind of artwork. And it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, right?
It's just awful. Yeah, but anyways, that's really all I have to say on them. I've already talked about them before, but still. Anyways, now for you to talk about another community.
Communities.
You told me about one of them, and I thought you were gonna talk about it.
Which one was that? I actually kind of forgot.
It wasn't I'm not gonna. Okay, it was the BLM community.
What? No, it was not the BLM community.
Oh, I thought it was. You said something about it.
No.
Well, then I don't know.
Kind of. Like, you said nothing too political. Is that not? Is that political or no?
I don't think it's really that political. It's not really based on politics. It's based on just moralities.
All right, fine.
We won't talk
All right.
about. Let's just not talk about it for too long. But we'll get the basic idea down. The Black Lives Matter community. Now, don't get me wrong. I support Black Lives Matter, but you know what I also support? All lives matter.
Yeah. Here's the thing, like... Alright, look, I will be fully honest here. You can call me racist for this if you fucking want. I don't give a shit. I do not like Black Lives Matter at all. Because here's the thing I see with them. Like, they'll sit there and they'll act like they want equality, but in reality, all they actually end up doing is just stereotyping all fucking whites as racist. Like, tell me, when is the last time, when is the last time you've seen an article, like, oh, white police officer shoots and kills unarmed black man? Like, when was the last time you seen that? Probably yesterday. Can you tell me, though, a time where you saw an article about a black police officer shooting and killing an unarmed white man? No, because they never cover that shit. It's all, like, one direction now. Like, the thing they don't seem to understand about racism is that it can go both ways. You know, it's not, black is not the only fucking opposite race. You know? And also, it should be all lives matter. Because no matter what your fucking skin color is, you know, whether you're white, you're black, you're Mexican, you're Latino, it does not matter what skin color you are. You're still a human being at the end of the day.
Yeah, people don't really remember it. It's like, all lives matter. Like,
also, it does not matter what your profession is, whether you be a police officer, a mayor, something like that. It does not matter what your profession is. You're still a human being.
It doesn't matter what race you are, because you're a human
Does not
being.
matter. You deserve to be treated as such.
Yeah, everyone deserves to be treated with respect. It's like, I don't know why
But,
we
like,
need to, like, have it be very specific, like, people. And, like, don't get me wrong, I support Black Lives Matter. I agree, like, yeah, they do matter, but the thing is, all lives matter, too.
Yeah, so it's not, like, it's not that I don't agree with the idea of Black Lives Mattering. It's the fact that I just don't agree with, like, you know, just, it's not just Black lives that matter, you know? That's the problem I have with them. And also, like I said before, you know, they act like they want equality, but all they actually do to obtain their quote-unquote goal is to just stereotype all white people as racist no matter what they fucking do. And the media, oh man, the media, they just they sensationalize every time. Like, they sensationalize whenever a freaking white police officer shoots and kills an unarmed black man, but whenever a freaking black police officer shoots and kills an unarmed white man, no, that's not a problem. But whenever it happens the other way around, that's when it's a problem. Fuck society.
Yeah. It's a very... Yeah, that's the thing. But then again, that's just society, and there's not much we can really do about it, unfortunately. But anyways.
Yeah.
So do you have any other communities that you really want to talk about?
No, not at all.
Alright, then I've got... Let me just think real quickly. Is there any communities I haven't talked about? Okay, I guess I'll just end it. I guess we'll end this with two communities. The Call of Duty community. Because we mentioned that before. So I guess we may as well elaborate more on that. Oh, there's another community I can think of as well, but we'll talk about Call of Duty first.
There's another I can think of too. So, Call of Duty, as someone who has played Call of Duty since the days of the first Modern Warfare, like, it's a pretty, like, it's really fun to play. I will say that much. It's very fun to play, but my god, these fucking lobbies, like Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, that's always a fucking meme.
Let me know.
But you wonder why, because they were actually like that.
Yeah, there were some bad things in those.
I'll get there as soon as I
Yeah.
can.
Mostly in the older
Okay,
Call of Duty
I got
games.
stuff to do.
Yeah, all the older like Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, 3. I mean, just pretty much all the Modern Warfare games, as well as like the first Black Ops, stuff like that. Like it seems to have gotten a little bit less toxic over time, but it's still toxic as hell.
And even like Call of Duty now, Call of Duty now is just not that good anymore compared to how it used to be.
I know, and this is the problem I actually have with Call of Duty games in general. They always promise, like, whenever they, like, during the trailer, right, they always promise, like, amazing graphics and, all these guns, good gameplay, and then they actually release the game, it's absolute dog shit, and then they have to update it like five times.
It's Cold War.
Yeah, they update.
I haven't played Cold War, but I have heard that
times.
game's not good.
Yeah, they have to like update it 5 times, and then it's actually somewhat like the trailer says it is. Like it's all just like a bunch of false advertising at this point.
It takes up so much storage as well. They gotta be like 200 gigabytes. It's like why?
I know, it's so insane.
That's why I don't get the newer Call of Duties.
Did I mention that Modern Warfare, like the newest one they released? You know how they have to like download all the packs for the certain like gameplay elements?
Yeah.
That is so ineffective. Honestly, my friend Gaming Project, he actually has the game, but he didn't even realize he actually forgot to download one of the high resolution packs. And this game was always running like shit. He's like, wait, why is this thing running like shit? Oh. It's like that's the thing though, people will forget to download these packs and then their game will be running like absolute dog shit. They'll be like, what the hell is wrong with this thing? Because they don't realize, because like, just, if you're gonna make me download a game, I should not have to download like 5 packs for it to work. Doesn't make any sense. It's just unnecessary, like, it's just unnecessary effort. That's all it is.
Feels like they're doing it for no real reason other than, let's just make it big because why not?
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just a community that's just really bad. Yeah. And now the next one I'm gonna that we talk about isn't really necessarily. It's not one community, but it's a bunch of communities. I really despise like these communities. I'll just name drop. Like they're all kind of the same thing. Like I have the same kind of problems with all of them. And that being Fortnite, Among Us, and Friday Night Funkin'. I hate those communities. Because of those communities, I hate Friday Night Funkin' and Among Us. I don't hate Fortnite, but it's definitely not that good compared to the fan base. Like, to just get Fortnite out of the way real quickly, like, it's better now because it's not as cringy as it used to be in, like, 2018, but it still ruins the image of the game because all you can think about is little kids just doing dabs over and over, and it's just, ugh, no. And the Orange Justice is
disgusting to me.
And then you got, like, the FNF community, the Friday Night Funkin' community. That community is the reason I don't like Friday Night Funkin'. I hate that community. They just constantly talk about it. It's really annoying.
Oh, it's one of those communities again where it's like they talk about it to the point they just talk it into oblivion and then it just goes out of style. Yeah, I get you mean there.
Yeah, and then Among Us, like, I don't even need to explain Among Us. Among Us memes aren't funny anymore.
Oh,
Stop
the fucking sus bullshit. Shut the fuck up, please.
It's not even cool to say sus anymore, so stop saying it. But yeah.
Just honestly, the word sus can be translated into one simple acronym. Shut up, Sammy. Seriously, just shut up, please.
Yeah. You, the viewer, are Sammy. Shut up.
I don't actually know if you know what I was referencing there, but there's a Bendy and the Ink Machine meme where it's like "Shut up, Sammy," because like Sammy Lawrence. It's actually really fucking funny. And it was called "Shut Up, Sammy." It's basically like Sammy's like Sammy Lawrence is like talking through the like PA system. Going like sheep, it's time for sleep, and then Bendy just like breaks into the room. It's like, Sammy, I swear to God, if you say that one more time, I'ma slap a bitch.
Oh, that sounds funny.
It was just perfect. But yeah, that's what I was referencing there.
Yeah. All right.
Also, and yes, I just got a new car here. Would you like to see it?
No, not right now. We got one more community to talk about. And it's
Well,
the
I'm
final
right
one
here,
for.
though.
It's the final one for this episode. It's gonna be the one that is the most interesting to talk about, that everybody in the universe has talked about. That being the Sonic fanbase.
Damn it. I didn't expect you to turn there.
Sonic fanbase. Probably, it's obviously one that everybody's talked about, so there isn't really a lot for me or you to add, but...
Just describe it to me.
Let's just say very toxic. It's a similar issue with, like, this issue with the Sonic community, especially, like, now, is that nobody can agree on what games are good. Everybody has to be like, oh, Forces is actually a good game. No, wait, no, Sonic Adventure 2 is the only good game. And it's like, no, Sonic Adventure 2 is bull. That game is awful. Like, it was Sonic Unleashed that's the best one. It's like, nobody can agree on what game's actually good.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like, this is just something else too. I might as well just mention this. All communities that are just like ridiculously divided, you know, just all the communities that there's ridiculous amounts of divide.
Luigi's
between
Mansion.
them. Luigi's Mansion, yes, Luigi's Mansion has a lot of divide. Just the car community in general. There's a lot of divide there. Like what cars are better than others, or what style is better, what brand is better. There's so much shit. Like. I know I know I love the car. I know I love cars. I love the car community as well. But like just the amount of divide, it really kind of kills it sometimes, you know? Because you got people over here that are talking about, oh, Lamborghini ruined the Countach because they put a super capacitor. Like, dude, it's 2020 fucking 2. That's the year that car is. What the hell did you expect it to be? The old Countach is from, like, what, like 19-something.
Yeah, it's like this, going back to, like, Sonic.
You cannot expect a 1900-style car from 2022. You just can't expect that.
Yeah, it's like, we going back to Sonic fanbase, it's like, the fanbase just really is, like, it feels
divided.
like Sega doesn't really know what to do, because the thing about it is that they'll appeal to one audience, but then the others will get pissed off because it's not exactly what they want it to be. It's like nobody can just agree.
Is this really a bunch of selfishness?
Yeah, that's what it feels like. This goes for like the Paper Mario community and like I guess the Persona community too, but the Persona community I see as more of just trying to look cool. Like they're like I feel like people who say that Persona 5 is a bad game, they say it just because it makes them look cool in their eyes.
What's your problem?
But I don't know. Like in the Sonic fanbase also, like Sammy, classic Sonic fan, Chris Chan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again though, they are only one person though, in a sea of millions. And that's kind of the thing to take away from this video is that, like, even though we've kind of spent like an hour crapping on these communities. In all honesty, not everybody is actually bad in these communities. There are plenty of people out there. In fact, I would even say that majority of people are normal, cool people. Like, they're cool, they don't go too far with anything, they just enjoy it and are a part of it, and that's really, really good to see. But, the thing is, most people find out more about the negatives than the positives.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best way to put it. Explosions. It's just, I feel like people, they need to just, I don't know. We need better communities, honestly, overall. Like, especially, like, I can understand, like, now, given, like, what's happened with the world and whatnot, people are a lot more pessimistic nowadays, but even then, like, I don't know.
Yeah, people are just absolute morons nowadays, honestly. Let's be fully honest here.
Yeah, but that's at least what I and Nerfmaster think.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. So, Nerfmaster, where can all the beautiful guys find you at? Because I know girls don't watch my videos at all.
You can find me in the description of this video, or you can also find me on youtube.com/nerfmaster1 Lamborghini. Just search up the channel. Just if you guys want to instantly find my channel, just put hashtag Lambo News in the search bar, and then my channel will easily pop up because I do that. Like,
Yep.
That's a hashtag.
He does Lambo news, and if you want
Yes,
to
I do
find...
news topics as well as car-based content, and also some rail fanning. So
Yeah, and if you
I
guys...
do a variety of different stuff. So if you guys are interested, then check me out.
And if you guys want to argue to me and whine to me about why I'm such an awful person, you can do that on Twitter. I've got a Twitter. It's in like my main YouTube page. You can go there and then whine to me about whatever you want, and then I'll just treat you like a little kid.
Yes.
I do. If you do want to talk though, I'm always. Well, actually, I'm not really always open because I got like a job and whatnot. But I don't know. I'll talk about that at some other point in time.
He's still open at all. That's the point.
I'll do what I can. I'll do my best. I've got college and I've got a job, so it's like I don't have as much time as I would like, but I will do what I can at the very least.
Yeah,
I do
but
check.
also,
I do check Twitter every day, so there is that.
Yeah, but be sure to subscribe to NCS7.
Make sure to not subscribe to Nerfmaster. Don't subscribe to him. I'm kidding. Oh god, that's awful. But anyways,
be sure not to subscribe to me. Apparently, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, don't subscribe to Nerfmaster and whine to me on Twitter. I think that's a good message to end this on. So I know that because of this video we're gonna get some people that are pissed off, but that's kind of the point of these videos, is to piss people off. So, yeah.
Really? Okay.
At least that's what in my mind I'm thinking.
I would imagine.
But anyways, with that explosion out of the way, we're gonna get this stupidly long outro out of the way. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.
Yeah, I'm more interested in that than anything else.
Dude, I hope to God that game gets an open beta release, because I am literally going to play that game, like, probably, like, if that game is an open beta, I'm live streaming, like, a couple hours of me playing it.
Sounds like fun.
That's gonna be fun. I actually been also playing, like, lately some Gran Turismo 6 on PS3. That's an alright game too.
6.
Yeah, it's not as good as Sport, but it's still an alright game.
Yeah.
I mean, Gran Turismo Sport, that pussy made me go.
Okay, we're talking about you and cars, not me and freaking Hannah. But yeah.
Who's Hannah?
My girlfriend?
Wait, when the fuck did you have a girlfriend?
You don't remember? I told you this last time.
Do you mean the chick you were doing the sexual role plays with?
Yeah, she's my girlfriend now.
Are you one of her boyfriends?
Well, there's only 2. And one of them doesn't talk to her.
Oh. Well, then that makes sense, then. So I was about to
talk to
say,
her all the
like, if
time.
there's 2 boyfriends, you're a cheating bitch. Man.
No, but like, she's told me though that don't say this to anyone, please.
Nah.
Like,
I'll just say it in the podcast.
You motherfucking asshole! Okay, I know you're not gonna do that, but still, that was hilarious as fuck. But yeah,
He doesn't really treat her with respect, I'm assuming.
it's not that. No. It's not like that. It's just that she told me, like, her relationship with her boyfriend is just rather blurry. Like, he doesn't really talk to her very much. But like, they do talk on like the Monica D server. I wanted them talk all the time.
Is it it specifically an online relationship?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. I know a lot. I got her phone number. I know where she lives, and like, she has my phone number.
Don't let her know where you live.
I won't.
Chick
all I
could
know
be
about it is,
freaking crazy.
No. I'm not talking addresses here. I'm talking about states. Like, I'm in Pennsylvania, and she knows I'm in Pennsylvania. She, on the other hand, is up in Connecticut, which is, like, right next to my state. So, I've asked her before if she ever wanted to meet IRL before, but the thing is, though, neither one of us drive any car.
Oh yeah,
so
can you send me an invite to your session?
it's public, so
I'll make a private one then.
I'll just make one. I'll make one.
I'm already going into one.
So am I. Okay.
I'll
I
just
guess you
send
could
you.
just invite me there.
Sure. But anyways, as you were saying.
Yeah, but like, she is up in Connecticut, and neither one of us drive. No, the thing, like, okay, neither one of us drive cars, so we can't exactly meet up IRL yet. But whenever we do start driving, we do have plans to potentially meet IRL at some point. So that would be nice. And Marco just keeps teasing me. He's like, "You're gonna have sex with her. You're gonna have sex with." Like, dude,
You probably are. I understand his course of action. You probably
you mean
will.
the inner
You
cour-
probably will
Hold on,
fuck her
hold on.
behind a
Tyler,
Burger
Tyler?
King.
Tyler, don't you mean intercourse of action?
I mean, I guess so. Isn't that the same thing, though? Bro, you're fucking lucky. I couldn't even get an online girlfriend if I tried.
The thing is, like, this one actually, like, the thing is, though, she confessed her love to me. So,
Yeah, that wouldn't happen to me.
I don't know why she did it. I don't know why she loved, like, she said that, like, I'm cute and everything, and that she just really likes my personality. Thank you for that, by the way. But, yeah, she just really likes my personality and how nice I treat her. Like, you really think I treat people well? Like, honestly, I'm kind of heartless.
Yeah, I kind of am too.
Yeah, I guess girls just don't see the heartless side of me. even just
Girls
girls
don't
either.
really see much of me at all. So, yeah. Take that how you will.
No, but like, and not even just girls in real life though. Like that don't see the heartless side of me. Like it's even guys too.
I mean, yeah, like, people don't really ever really see that, like, dark side of me when I'm getting, like, fucking angry and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's kind of how Marco is as well. Because whenever he gets mad, he just starts like laughing it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, like me and her are still going strong.
See, that's why I wish I could get a girlfriend, even if it were online, but that's not gonna happen.
Like I got really lucky too, considering that she lives like one state away. Like that's not too far.
No, you got
compared to her other boyfriend.
lucky to have one.
No, but like her other boyfriend though is all the way down in the fucking Midwest, where she is far from.
Where I am, basically.
Where is he at? You're up in Wisconsin, so
That's almost the Midwest.
fuck me. Where is he at?
I would rather not.
That's not literally. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't mind licking your nipples, but I don't know about fucking you.
What the fuck? Okay. Honestly though,
Bro, I'm not desperate for love.
yeah. Why do you think
Seriously.
But like, yeah, this girl is great.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
I'll just have that jealousy towards you for the rest of time, that's all.
Hey,
Hey,
man, I
man.
don't blame you. If my best friend I'm not even gonna say it because I don't even know if I don't even know if I'm your best friend or not.
Pretty
But if,
much,
like,
you're
a
the one
close-
person I talk to all the time, so yeah. You're one
Okay,
of my,
then, but if
you're
my-
one of my allies in war when we deal with, like, when we're on the battlefield, that is the comment section of Zachpack's videos. You're one of my allies.
Yes.
That was a very good that's actually a very accurate representation. His comment section is just a battlefield for me.
It's a battlefield that you seem to be able to ace at any time because people are just that stupid.
Yeah, we just have a bunch of Chris Chans in there, which makes it easy.
Oh my god!
Okay, I don't
Yeah,
know if
but-
Zach Pack's in incest, but still. He acts like a Christian sometimes. Like how he thinks he won when I actually won. You want?
I don't know what the hell's wrong with him.
Oh,
Honestly,
I know
don't
what's
what the
wrong
hell's
with him. He's just fucking stupid, that's all.
It's not always something that's wrong with him, or that's just something that's pretty much a well-known thing about him.
Yeah.
146k.
How'd you register as CEO?
Yeah, I did it because I'm checking my nightclub stock.
Invite me into that.
Hold on. Play. Okay. Cool.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
Then we can maybe start doing the magic of
The
the poocest.
The what?
The
what?
The poocest.
Oh, by the way, I got the new car again.
Nice.
The Pipister Growler. This car
Nice.
is actually not half bad.
On
Really
the
good
maggot,
drift car.
motherfucking on the maggot, magazine. I don't even know that song. I wonder if I should do a little during this poot cess. I wonder if I should do a little bit of a human bowling.
Human bowling. Okay.
It's a good name. It's a fun game to play. It's like you just get your car and you see if you can get a strike or not. You get the jackpot if you hit the sexy bitches.
Yeah, but like if my best friend got a girlfriend and I just never couldn't even really dream of getting one, then I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah. Especially since
can't really
like
say I
the
blame you.
main issue is that people like the way you're talking to me right now, you're in the very, very exclusive club. Like you don't really ever get most people don't ever get to see this side of me.
Yeah, I don't even know why you actually let me into this party. Like honestly, like, why did you exactly?
Because I wanted to record the podcast and fuck the shit out of you, but yeah. There's your answer.
Okay.
You at the beginning with that
Oh my God,
rap
what's on
song.
Rap song.
What's
Oh, no.
real, it never dies. Once you are gone, you cannot come back. Out of the blue,
Spread
into
it!
the black.
Spread it wide open. Show me that butt candy. Why does it have to be foggy outside?
I know, right? It's fucking bullshit. I just
Oh
drive
my-
140 with that big fuck. God damn it, AI.
All right, so let's
You
start.
motherfucker!
Bro, I might save a clip of that.
Do it, save it.
I'm kidding. But anyways,
No, actually
regarding-
save it. I want to hear that from your perspective.